right, it is your girl Pink Fanfur coming at you live from the studio.
There you go.
Grand Central Station. We got Big B on the ones and twos, our producer, and we got a special guest for you tonight. It is Draft Central here at the studio. We're going to be talking about all the highlights of the draft picks. Yes, the 2026 draft, NFL 2026 draft that took place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is now in the books, right? B, it's in the books, and
Yep.
now we can talk about all that came out of the draft for our teams. We're very excited about that. I know I am. I went to the welcome walk. We're going to be talking about the welcome walk and how we welcomed our first round draft pick. And B's going to talk about his picks for the Detroit Lions. And then Mad Catta, our illustrious guest, the famous Mad Catta, will be our guest tonight, talking about all the highlights of the draft picks, so what he's got going on in the off season and all things in between. So it's Superfan Thursday. How you feeling, B?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling pretty good.
I see you repping the Lions hat tonight.
Yeah, it's a draft hat. Yep, I got the draft hat.
That's cute. Very nice. What are you feeling about your draft picks?
I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I think the thing I didn't like in the off season, we got rid of a lot of guys and we replaced them with people that are a downgrade compared to the people that we let go. Still really not over the whole Montgomery going to Houston thing, because I think that was an unfair thing that they did to him. But that you got to get over it and we got to move on. So, but I do like the first two picks. I kind of like the Abney pick that they got from Arizona State, that cornerback. It's okay. I've been watching him, or I've been watching some tape of him just to get more familiar with him. He's okay. He might be somebody that rises up in the rank. We sure need corners right now. Our secondary is kind of like decimated a little bit. You know, you don't know what's going on with Kirby. Brian Branch won't be back until the middle of either the end of October, beginning in November. I know
mid-season.
Yeah, and then Arnold is still, he's still pending investigation. I don't know what's going on with him legally, and he wasn't really durable last year. He was kind of more, he's injured a lot. We got rid of Amik Robinson. He went to Washington, and so I mean we're making a lot of changes, both offensively and defensive, mostly on the offensive line and mostly in the defense. I did really love the Derek Moore pick, the edge out of Michigan. Every year he's played for Michigan. He's been there for 4 years. He played during the national championship for Michigan too. He played behind Hutch and
title winner.
Payne, or what's his name? Kawiki from Indianapolis. He played behind him and Hutch. So now Hutch is on our team, Hutchinson that is, and it would be nice that that they pair those two together, because I think Hutch can train him to do other moves and stuff like that. Derek Moore's a really good edge. The problem is he only has one type of move that he uses, basically a bull rush move. So he needs to he needs to hone that and get some more moves on, because in the NFL you can't be just making one move. Everybody will catch on to that. You know what I'm saying? So
you got to move and groove in the NFL,
Right. And then Blake Miller, our first round pick, he'll be good. I don't know if he's going to be a starter immediately, because we got Larry Borum and for the right tackle, because the left tackle's moving. Panay's moving to the left tackle spot. So we'll see what happens there. Usually I say when you draft somebody in the first round, they should be a starter. But I think in this case, this will be really good competition for that right tackle spot. We'll see. And that'll be, and I mean, but the rest of the draft is so hum. But we lost a Mad Cat. What's going on?
We lost Mad Cat is going to join us here shortly or a little bit later. He's having some technical difficulties, but At the end of the day, you just got to
See
be,
him
you got to
on
go
the
with the
ice.
flow.
Yeah.
As far as the picks go, I know that there's probably going to be some roster moves after the draft, and there's always going to be some surprises there.
Mm-hmm.
And then before the draft, I know you guys got some people as well as we did. There was some moves in free agency and things like that.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier. I said we did make some free agent moves, but it was more to the fact that they were more of a downgraded move because they got rid of players that were high quality. Meek Robinson was one of our best corners. Then we had, like I said, David Montgomery, who they traded him to Houston. Right. Then we lost Alex Anzalone, who was our linebacker. And then we lost Muhammad, who was our defensive end. They got 10 and a half sacks last season, or 11 and a half sacks last season. So, I mean, I understand the concept of it because, you're not going to be able to pay everybody, and you need to, you're going to have to regroup. But I think what it is more annoys me about Lions fans is that they expect, they go back a minute and say, oh, well, they have to do this. And well, if you understand it, you're going to have to understand that means the Lions may take a step back in how their performance is over the season. That means they're not going to be 12-5 or 13-4 like I hear a lot of these people saying. No, they're not going to. Their ceiling is 11-5 to me, or 11-6 to me, and their basement is 9-8. So they can be in between that. We have a tough division as it is. So we do have a last place schedule, so that works an advantage for us. So, yeah. But this team is not. I'm telling you right now. I mean, I'm a Lions fan, but I'm gonna tell you the truth about the team. This team is not a Super Bowl team right now. It might be next year, but not this year. It might be a playoff team, but it's not a Super Bowl team. So we'll see what happens. Could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Definitely understand. Well, we got Matt Catter in the house, but we don't see you, brother.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you, of course. Put your picture back up there,
I had to get off of my cell phone and actually go to my laptop now that it's charged. I will try as we do this to show myself. If not, it will be my logo.
Okay, the logo of the famous Mad Catter. Yeah. Everybody knows who the famous Mad Catter is. Well, we're going to talk about Draft Central. We're going to talk about, your experience with draft, the welcome walk that we went to Friday. And when you get ready, we can just talk about what you feel about the draft picks. I mean, how was your experience with the draft on draft night? First of all, we'll start with draft night, and then we'll move to welcome walk day.
Well, draft night, it was electric. I mean, any chance we can get of football, any kind of interaction in the off season, I'm all for it. So it was great to kind of get an idea what the fans who we might want as far as a Panther fan or player in this case. But when I look at the draft, I'm looking at it as BPA, but that could be a lot of players. A lot of players can be BPA. I mean, they're all trying to make it into the league, so they feel like within their own range that they're able to be BPA. So we drafted well. I thought I like all the picks that we brought in. I was able to meet on Friday our first round pick in Monroe Freeland. So he's a big dude, and I'm thinking that he's really going to be what Bryce Young needs to keep him, safe back there in the backfield.
Absolutely. Yeah, how was that? We went to the welcome walk. We met there, and I know I'll talk about my experience, but how was it? Like many people may not know what a welcome walk is, what it's about, what does it entail, and just speak about your experience.
So the welcome walk, we got there early. Of course, we always try to line up and be in position early so we can have a good chance of maybe interacting with the draft pick. So we did that, and it was just good to see everybody still excited about everything that we did last year. Even though we had a losing season, we finished 8-9. It still pumped so much hope and excitement into our fan base. So it was a great turnout. It was good just to be out and about at the stadium for any kind of event. So, but yeah, it was great. I had a chance to meet the first round draft pick and shake his hand and let him know the mad cataway of, hey, welcome aboard. Give us all you got. Bring your lunch pail, and we'll go from there. Yeah.
He said, we are going to the Super Bowl. He said, let's go.
And that's great. I'm glad that he feels that way, because I do believe so too, barring injuries and everybody, coming together as a unit, I think we can get it done.
I mean, coming off the NFC South Championship, title, yeah. I'm not gonna say that we're not or we can't, I gotta see what they're doing on the field with all these new players and everything. We all want to go to the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate thing, of course, but
yeah. Well, in my case last year, all I wanted to do was be better than the year before, as far as win totals and show progression of heading in the right direction. And we did just that. We made the playoffs first time in 10 years. So that was very exciting. Yeah. Now that we got a taste of it, Pink, I mean, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. If we take care of business and really stand behind our team, get in the stands, and just do our part, then I think that we'll be all right.
I like the idea of us getting better every year. I mean, that's any team, you want to get better every year and see some progress as time goes on. Work on those things that you need to make adjustments on in the off season and, during training season and things like that. So I'm hoping that he's going to be exactly what Bryce needs to, because he definitely needs more protection in the pocket. And he is big. He's 317?
No, 315. 315.
315.
6'7".
6'7".
6'7". Yeah. So he's a
he's a giant. He's a giant to me. Like, I took a picture with him and I was like, doggone near. My head was like right here at the bottom of his, almost above his waist. And I look so tiny compared to him, but he has a great attitude. He seems like he's a good guy. He came from UGA. Thank you, UGA. Thank you. Yeah. And he seems so very excited to be here in the Carolinas.
Well, of course. I mean, first round pick. And for generations, your family would be set. So, I mean, I would be happy too myself, but I just want to see if he got that dog in him. And you can watch highlights, but that's what highlights are for, to show you the best of a player. So what I've learned to do was look at the same team, but look at a different player and kind of bounce back over to the guy that we drafted to kind of see how he really plays ball. Because I don't watch every college team. I try to keep up with it, but it's impossible to do so. So when we draft a guy, I look at his highlights and what he's done throughout his career in college, but I also look at the team as a whole and keep an eye on the guy that we drafted to kind of see if there's some flaws, some things that he might can work on.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, looking at not just looking at the highlights, because like you said, that makes sense. When you look at the they just showing what the good things are as they did throughout the draft nights and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do think that's a good idea. I might go back and do that too and look at the
Georgia
game. I'll go back and look at the Georgia and Alabama game just so.
Or just a player on the team, a different player on the team, same year, of course, and all that, and kind of keep an eye out for the guy that we drafted to see throughout, his highlights or whatever, how he really, handles himself out there on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to see him. We've got let's talk a little bit about the second round pick number 49, Lee Hunter out of Texas Tech, defensive tackle out of Texas Tech. What's your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I think he's going to be a great nose tackle for us. He's going to be more of a clog stopper, getting in between the gaps and just, causing havoc. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Alongside
Go ahead.
Alongside Derek Brown, I know he's going to
Mhm.
learn everything that he can possibly learn from Derrick Brown, and I think he's going to have a great year. I think he will start. I think he will be out there with the ones.
Yeah, he had
Yeah.
33.5 tackles for loss in college, so that's really good.
Yeah. So with that being said, I mean, he can get it done. He can be productive.
Mhm.
So
He's a
that's what we
physical
need.
powerhouse coming in at 6'3", weighing 318 pounds.
Yeah, big dude.
Okay, Derek. Yeah, he's definitely gonna support Derek Brown in that defense. I don't know anything about him. I got to go back and look at film or look at some games. I want to say Texas Tech made the playoffs, but I can't recall if they did or didn't. But looking forward to seeing how he plays. And he's from Alabama. Okay, Mobile,
Yeah,
Alabama.
Alabama
Yep.
boy. Yep, Mobile.
Yeah, didn't realize he was from Alabama. Okay, gotcha.
So
Okay,
I
well, we're
think
gonna see what he's bringing in from the Red Raiders. Let's see. Round 3, pick 83. Chris Brazzell II, wide receiver out of Tennessee, of course, SEC again. See, he's coming in at 6'4", 198 pounds. He's from Midland, Texas. And are you surprised that they picked a wide receiver or another one?
I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. And I don't know what that spells as far as Leggett, because I feel like so far all the darts are being thrown at him as be productive or move on type. So, I mean, Jimmy
Good
Horn,
point.
we just got Jimmy Horn last year. So I think that we would give another chance to kind of see what he can do, at least one more year. But Leggett, this will be his 3rd year, if I'm not mistaken, in the league.
Year?
So, I mean, he has time. He had more time to show what he can do and be productive as far as in the receiver room. But I'm thinking this guy right here, Brazzle Dazzle. That's what I'm going to call him, Brazzle Dazzle. Yes.
Chris Brazzle.
Yeah, Brazzle
That dude is
Dazzle.
That dude is 6'4", 198 pounds.
Yes.
That's he's a big guy, but he's built to be fast. I mean, usually 6'4" guys are like over 200, but 198 is pretty good. So
Yes,
he's got he looks like he's got a lot of that means he's got a lot of muscle tone.
He's lean.
Yeah.
If he could come in and do like Ted Aurora and really ball out, this guy is going to be a stud for us because, right now, I think he's the fastest. He ran a 4.3 at the combine.
Oh, yeah,
and
he did.
That's faster than Ted Aurora.
Yeah,
So,
you want a 4.37.
Yeah, so I think that with us adding this piece, especially in the 3rd round, that's really good because to me that shows that this guy will see the field at some point. Being a 3rd rounder don't count you out. I think that's still within range of, hey, look, we need you. I want you to be on the field at some point in the season. And he might come in and displace Leggett or maybe anybody else, but I doubt if he'll replace Coker and
No.
Ted.
Yeah, it sounds like he's a replacement for Leggett. I think your front office is not happy with Xavier Leggett right now.
They're going to be fighting.
Yeah,
they're going to be fighting for that position.
They won't tell you, but they will show you within silent actions, I guess you could say. Because we just drafted a receiver 3rd round. So that tells me something is still not right, like they like in that wide receiver room. And it could very well be Leggett,
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see
what
training camp start. We'll see.
It's going to be a fight. He's got that 6'8" wingspan, according to the stats here. Going to be real reliable when it comes to Bryce throwing to his height of 6'4".
Yeah. I don't think
he'll be able to be seen down the field for all you people who call our quarterback short and small.
Brazzle dad played too.
To be fair, he is, but yeah, it's nice to have tall receivers.
Yeah, it's nice to have tall receivers. He could definitely throw to a tall receiver like Razzle here. And let's see who else we have. Yeah. We had round 4, pick 129, Will Lee III, cornerback, Texas A&M. coming in at 6'1.5", weighing in at 189 pounds from St. Louis, Missouri. Cornerback.
Now,
Came out
once
of the fourth
again,
round.
this is a player that I don't know much about, but watch his highlight and some other film that I've seen off center of him. I think he got that dog in him. I think he's going to be a great addition behind Jason and Mike Jack. So, we'll see how he materializes and grow within his role as, a cornerback. But I like what he can bring to the table. He's athletic. He has some spice in him. I think he's gonna be all right once he gets his opportunities.
Yes.
Because I don't foresee him
starting.
Starting, especially hopefully not injuries. We don't need that, but that'll probably be the only way he would start if due to injury, which I hope we don't receive any. But you know how NFL is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he got a good tone for the defense. That's what his mindset is. Interesting. Like you said, I don't know too much about him. I am familiar with Texas A&M, but again, not really familiar with him at all. And our next one's going to be round 5, pick 144, Sam Hecht. Is his name right? Corner out of Kansas State. And he comes in at 6'4" and 1/8 of an inch, 303 pounds, out of Shawnee, Kansas. He's a center.
Great move, I think, because we got rid of K Mays, we lost him, so it's good to see them.
To us.
Yeah, right. Thanks. Y'all snatched them up quick, man. I was hoping that we could hold on to them, and I just knew the more and more I was reading the news about it and just trying to stay notified and up on it. I said, this guy's not going to stay. He's going to be gone. And the reason why I like Cade Mays is because, he was building camaraderie with Bryce Young, and that's what you want between your center and your quarterback, to be able to almost do sign language as far as understanding different things during a game or a play without it being vocal, and I think that they was building on that. And now that he's gone, the guy, I forget his name, but he's probably going to be the starter, the center that we have.
I believe he's a little bit older than Cade is, but he also has, you guys were blessed with 2 really good centers. And so with the other guy now stepping into that situation, I think he's like 27, 20, somewhere around there. And that's why you drafted the other center, because, because you need somebody to back him up and be young. So
and that's great.
That's a really good move. But I don't think your drop off from center is going to be too much, to tell you the truth. I think that same center has the same rapport with Bryce, because he did play. Cade was before Cade was there. I think it was a year before. I think he played more. Your other center played more than Cade did, and they had a rapport. I think it's just that Cade just kind of took over the spot because he did really well. And then your other center, I think, got hurt too, and that helped that situation out for Cade. But I think that you're not going to lose too much production with the center that you have now that's going to start, and then you got the backup center. So you guys are good there.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying, how Dan, he's really been cooking these past couple of drafts. And if you think about it, every draft pick so far, correct me if I'm wrong, has touched the field at some point and been productive in doing so. So, kudos to Dan being able to see talent and also listen, because sometimes I know he probably don't get it right. We don't ever get it right, so it's good to see that it's finally coming around to us as far as Panther fans, some things that we can really latch on as a general manager and trust his process and see it actually work.
I agree with you on that one. The process has got to be trusted. He's been doing pretty good and been consistent for the last couple of years. And I like the pick. I like the pick, and looks like he's going to bring that edge. He's going to bring that consistency too.
And the season is long. This goes now to coaching. It's in the coach's lap now. Got these guys from free agency and you got them from the draft. It's on you now to develop these guys and make them who we need them to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's on the coaches now to take this talent and make the best of it.
All right. Good points. Very good points. And then we have round 5, pick 151, Zaki Wheatley. He is what is the safety out of where he is? Penn State, coming in at 6'3" and 1/8 of an inch, 203 pounds from Crofton, Maryland. Shout out to Zaki Wheatley. Welcome to the Carolina Panthers. What are you thinking about him?
I like this guy, and you know the draft is freshly from being over. So now that I'm kind of settled back into normal life until training camp or OTAs or what have you, I was able today to look at this guy actually, Zaki Wheatley. I think he's going to be a beast. I think he's going to be great. I was watching some film on him, and he's real long and rangy. I mean, he's almost like an octopus out there when he was making tackles on the field. He's real nosy, which means he'll come down from the box and come down in the box actually and make a tackle. I mean, he's a head hunter. So
doesn't he remind you of somebody?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say this. Keep it moving.
Don't say, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. I was thinking Jeremy. You thinking Jeremy?
No, I wasn't thinking that.
Oh, okay. Well, who you think?
This player go way back, like back in the day.
Okay, who you see?
When you said nosy and just a head hunter, it just reminded me about who he is.
Who was that?
He reminded me of him.
Oh,
Horn or not Horn?
No.
You talk about?
I'm curious, Pink.
Say he's versatile, assignment clearly. Okay.
Mike Minter?
No.
Okay.
Keekly?
No, I wasn't thinking Luke.
From
Luke
the
was
safety
really nosy.
From a safety spot.
Yeah. From a safety position. I'm trying to figure it out. You got me curious.
Well, I don't know if he was a safety or not. I could have his whole position wrong.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be a good player. All these guys, like I said, I trust in Dan to get these guys in here, let the coaches have them, start working them over, and begin to really develop them. I mean, sky's the limit. We're trying to set a new culture down here in the Carolinas, and I think we're on our way to doing so. And it just feels good. Like down at the draft, what was it, welcome walk the other day? I mean, it was so electric seeing everybody out smiling, waving flags. I mean, blowing the horn while they was driving by. I mean, it was just great energy. But we don't want to.
So great.
We don't want to. Well, my personal opinion is this: I don't want to walk into this new season with the hangover of the success that we had last year. We got to kick this thing off and do it right, and just know that it's a new season. We're gonna stand behind our team. We're gonna do our part, and just see how it all shakes up in the end. But with that being said, I do feel like we have a target on our back, if you will. Division champions. Rookie of the year. Bryce is coming along pretty good. I mean, we got some things to be excited about, but also know that means people are paying attention to us. People are aware of the Panthers now as we begin to build this thing.
Yeah, because before we were kind of like forgotten, and this season we turned it around. Well, last season we turned it around, and then people started paying more attention to us, and we got all of the attention when Cam Newton came back for the first time and sounded the drum. And so I agree that we're starting all over. It's a whole new season, so everything is behind us. But they're going to come in with a great attitude. They're going to have hype. They're going to be hyped. They're going to be excited. I hope that their expectations is at a normal level, not way too high, because we've had some changes in employees as well. But yeah, I can't wait. Then we got round 7. Go ahead. Like
Coach was saying, one game at a time. That's what we got to do. So
that's it.
Yep.
And you said the season's long, like it's got longer. We got
just just to interject from an outside perspective on the Carolina Panthers, I think last year, even though you did win your division, 8-9 is like
right.
That's got to be done, and you can't rely on luck from Atlanta to beat New Orleans to get into that situation. You guys should have just won that straight out. And I think with this draft and the guys that you've gotten on the offseason, you're going to solidify that position to get to that spot where you're just going to not have to worry about anybody else. You know, when you're in that position to win a division, you're going to be worried about your own team playing to win. And I think this is the most this is catalytic in what you guys are going to do this year, because last year I thought you guys would be at least 10-7. This year with your additions and with the draft, I think you're gonna probably get 1 to 2 more wins this season, and that will solidify you, in the division. So you don't have to depend on somebody beating it, because the whole thing when you guys lost to the Tampa Bay, that wasn't good, and then you lost to New Orleans twice. That wasn't good either.
That wasn't.
And Cardinals too. You should have beat the Cardinals too.
Yeah, and Atlanta is just, you guys don't like Atlanta, so to depend upon them to get you in a division, win a division, you don't want to have that, because then they're going to be talking stuff to you all day like, yeah, if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't want a division. Yeah, how about that? So, and
I'm pretty sure that's going to be circulating this year.
Yeah. So you guys just, I think you guys made the right moves to be able to solidify. If you get into the position to win a division, you won't have to worrying about anybody else in your division to help you out. You will actually be solid in that. So last year I know Sonia, your other Panther fan there. She was like, oh yeah, I don't want to brag about it too much. Yes, you were in a playoff game, but still, with that being said, that you kind of backed into the playoffs because of some other team helped you out. And I didn't see Carolina doing that last year. I thought they were going to, at least compete for the division title, but with a 10-7 record, with a positive record, not with one that's 8-9, but this year I see solid improvement across the roster. So I'm giving them 11 to 12 wins this year.
I appreciate that.
That's why I got that.
The thing is too, and I'll thank you for that, because you got me hyped saying all that. I'm about to jump through the screen.
And we're gonna beat the Lions in the line, and when the Lions
y'all come to us, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Both cats come to us.
You coming?
Both the cat teams come to us, the Lions and the Bengals.
It depends what I got going on at that. The schedule hasn't been released yet, so that's a big thing right there. Once the schedule's released, I can make a determination if I'm going to go or not.
Yeah,
but if it's in the month of October, it's not going to happen, because I'm going to Texas in the month of October. So if it happens on either side, I may go. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see how it all shakes up, because that's another thing. When the schedule come out, you can begin now to game plan on speculations of who we gonna beat, or we can't beat them at home. They're gonna be tough to beat at home, and all this other stuff here too. So we just gotta take one game at a time. And like you said, we did kind of back into the playoffs. So this year we got to earn it outright. Go in there, play smash mouth football, and let everybody know that, hey, look, we here. We arrive, and this year we're not going to back in. We're taking it.
Yeah, your competition is going to be really good too, because you have to play the whole NFC North.
Yeah,
and all the teams in that division are really good teams. We've been battling for the last 3 years in NFC North. The Lions just managed to win 2 division titles, and Chicago won it last year. And Chicago really has improved a lot this offseason as well, and with their draft. So, and like I said, I'm not looking for Detroit to win a division this year either. I just don't think they're in that position. I think they might get into a playoff game, but I don't even know about that too much. Yeah. But Chicago is a tough team, and I think you have to go to Chicago to play too.
No, they come to us.
They come to you? Well, there's Chicago. 2 teams that go to you and 2 teams that you go to. So you mean
we go to Philadelphia.
Well, you go to Green Bay and you go to Minnesota?
Yeah, we go to Green Bay and we go to Minnesota.
And that's two tough teams to go to too.
Mm-hmm.
So especially Green Bay. Now you guys beat them last year.
Well, that's what I was about to say, B. Don't forget, we did go to Green Bay last year, and we did beat Green Bay. We beat Jordan Love
with Micah Parsons. Yeah. He's not a good quarterback, but that's my opinion. Anyway, the point of the matter is you guys won last year, and kudos to you guys because I really don't like the Green Bay Packers, and I'm glad they lost. So anyway,
well, we got the Seahawks coming too, so we know
the Seahawks
Super Bowl.
Yeah, they come in our house.
Yeah, but it should be a fun season.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about the last pick. We didn't mention Jackson Kuwatch, round 7, pick 227. Jackson Kuwatch, linebacker out of Miami, Ohio. He's coming in at 6'4", 232 pounds from Cincinnati. What's your thoughts, guys?
I think he has a high motor from what I've seen. He has a high motor. He has awareness, and he hits at the point of attack. He knows where to go to make the tackle. So, once he get comfortable and begin to get the scheme under his belt and everything, I think he'll be a good player for us. I really do think he'll be all right for us. Yeah, he's really a headhunter type of a player.
We'll see how long he lasts. Usually, like I say to everybody, usually the rounds 4 through 7 are usually your players that back up your starters eventually, or they're on your practice squad. With Kuwatch, he's a developmental linebacker, so he might be on your practice squad more than likely. But everybody's going to get a chance to compete, obviously, in training camp and then during the preseason. So anything is possible. Like I said, it's not like we haven't seen a 4th, 5th, or 6th, 7th round draft pick do big things and be in the Hall of Fame. But even though it's rare, but it happens. So you could get, you get lucky. Any one of these guys can really just step up. I'm really looking at Chris Brazel, because that dude, I think he's gonna displace Xavier. Again. Yeah.
We've also got Jonathan Brooks back.
Yep.
Chatter.
Yeah. Brooks is going to be a stud, man, because I think that he's looking for that opportunity to show that he can really compete in the NFL. So, and of course, he got hurt, so he's been out. But when he did show up and play in the game against Tampa, he really did well. He's shifty. He made cuts on a dime. I think he is going to really be that 1-2 punch that Chuba needs to go along with him. Last year we had Dotto, but of course Dotto's gone now, and I think he's in Pittsburgh. But I think
he's in Pittsburgh, and he'll be coming to us.
Jonathan Brooks, he's going to be fresh because he's had plenty of shelf life to sit and rehab and get himself ready for this season. So he's going to be, ready to rock. I really do believe that, So we'll see what happens. Go
ahead.
With Jonathan Brooks too. I think he's going to be good. Do you guys still have the same medical staff that you had last year? Because they blew that one. They put him in way too early, and they should never put him in. They gave him medical clearance way too early. That was the key right there. Now that he's had a whole season off, and maybe the medical team has been a little bit better in thinking he might do some things, because this is 2 years he hasn't been able to play. This is his 3rd year. This is the 3rd year you're supposed to be able to see him do something. What I'm saying? He's supposed to mature into the running back that you think that he can be, and he hasn't had that because he's been injured the last couple of seasons. So it is what it is. But it'll be. I think he'll be good. You just got to give him time. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of another guy coming back, we got Jatavian Sanders. Remember him, number 0?
Oh yeah.
Tight end. He'll be back too.
JT. Yeah. So I think we're set across the board. Like I say, barring injuries, no injuries, I think we have what we need on the team. That's why this draft was so fun to watch, because we didn't have to really reach for nobody. We can just add pieces, like I was saying, BPA, and just add for depth. So we got 2 tackles in free agency, and then we added another tackle in the draft. So we just stacking it up. Just stacking it up.
We're stacking.
JT
ready, B?
Sanders, he had a broken ankle this year. JT Sanders had a broken ankle, and I think he's on the mend now. So he should be ready for training camp. He should be ready.
Well, I can speak on that one. I know exactly how it feels to have a broken ankle, but he has a whole different medical team than I did. So he should be ready to go.
I would think so too, because Evan Mitchell, he was a rookie last year for his tight end, but he showed promise. He showed that he can get open. He actually scored a couple times. So you gotta love it.
Well, what are you looking forward to as far as, like, I heard you say OTAs, training camp, which ones are you looking forward to prior to the season happening? Are you going to come down and watch them practice or anything like that?
I planned on being a bigger presence this year, down. I mean, I'm like an hour and a half away from Charlotte. I live in, Curtisville. So I will make my trips down and capture more of the moment, and just have fun with it. So I plan on catching a couple practices. I never know the schedule, but I see Pink Fanfare and everybody else is popping up right on time, but I don't never get the memo.
I can tell you when the schedule is. Listen, when I went, I was right in town. I was like, let me just go on over there. And a couple of those days, I was really just coming through, and I was like, let me just go on over there because I know that they was having practice. And so I just went on over there. I didn't even know if they were out or not, but I went out there and they actually started coming out like, I think it was 10 o'clock, something like that. And they just happened to be coming out. It was just a fluke, A couple of those were unplanned, but one of them was planned. And I said, I'm going to go. And that's really a good time to go. And you can meet a lot of the players. They actually come over to you and sign autographs and, take pictures. They're really friendly. A lot of them are really friendly. They just come on over. Of course, there is security over there too. So, don't get that twisted. But we'd like to see your face out there in the place a lot more.
Well, keep me posted, Pink, so I can make sure that I can align my schedule to make sure that works.
I will do that. I will do that.
And I want to present, if I could possibly do so, Bryce Young, him being our quarterback and leader of the team, a battle drum.
Oh, that would be amazing.
That's what I want to do.
He would love that.
Yeah, I want to gift him that. I'm not looking for no kickback, none of that. I just want to make sure the leader of our team know that late at night in the locker room, weight room, whatever, you take these sticks and you beat this drum and you keep pounding.
You want to get them frustrations out, just beat that drum. Speaking of your drum, I was going to say show your drum, but you can't show your drum. But I'll put some photos of the drums have been visualized in a couple of the reels that I've done of you. But I think he would love that.
I've been having complications now that I got something going here. I want to mess it. I don't want to touch nothing.
Listen, speaking of the battle drum and Bryce Young, I just want you to know, you being the founder of Carolina Superfans United. Of course, he's our fearless leader of our Carolina Superfans United group. We are a 73 strong group, and I want to take this time to officially welcome one of our newest members.
Yeah.
What is her? I forgot her name that quick.
Lachelle.
We are wanting to say welcome to Carolina Superfans United. Lachelle, welcome aboard, Miss Lady. We are so proud to have you. She is a model. She is a former Navy veteran, actress, model. She is a community activist, and she has it going on. She is going to be a great addition to the Carolina's Superfans United, but also just so hopefully everybody welcome her in. And going back to what you were saying about Bryce, I wanted to tell you that I don't know if you know this, but Bryce Young has been blessed with a Carolina's Superfans United coin and patch by yours truly.
Really?
Yes, really.
Well, are there pictures or it didn't happen? Do you have any pictures? Yeah, pictures or it didn't happen.
So if no pictures, it don't listen. I presented the coin and patch to his parents, so it wasn't me presenting it to him directly. But again, we can do it.
Yeah.
We can do it all over again when you bring that battle drum.
Right.
We'll do all three at one time.
He gets one every year. How about that?
Every year.
Yeah.
So
I need to get down there. I need to get down there more often, you know.
Yeah. Well, tell us a little bit about what you've been doing on the so-called off season there, Mad Catta. I know that we don't have an off season, and I know you're always working on something, and you've been working on some things behind the scenes, but I also know that you're starting a new, I wouldn't say podcast, but you're starting this new thing where you, like you said a minute ago, I want to capture everything. I want to capture in raw form, no edits, nothing like that. Tell us a little bit about what your plan is as far as that goes. I know you had gave us a little preview of it the other day at the welcome walk or at the reception.
Yes. So this off season, I've been pretty much just relaxing and chilling, and my creative mindset jumped on doing a Panther head wall mount. So that was just for me to have at the house, a Panther lit, illuminated Panther wall mount head, like a deer head, taxidermy style, but instead of being like a deer head, it's actually a Panther head, and it came out pretty good, man. So I'm very blessed and thankful to be able to have ideas pop in my head that I can take from my head state and actually put it to life, and you can actually touch what was in my head at that moment, and that's a blessing to me to be able to do that. So I think this is my passion, to create things and just see where it leads to. I used to get in trouble around the house when I was little because my dad, it was me and my two other brothers, right? But for some reason with me, he had the most trouble with, because I would take like a screwdriver, a Phillips head, flat head, didn't matter, and I would pull off the light covers to see why it worked and what made the light come on and off. I would do stuff like little weird stuff, I would do throughout my, I guess, adolescence years, growing up. I just wanted to see what made the light work when I hit the switch. So I would pull the covers off and look at the wires and see what it all took to make it work. I would do stuff like that all the time, So not knowing that it would still be within me to do what I'm doing now, which is creating, hats and whatever comes to mind. I don't second guess it. I just do it.
Exactly. It's an amazing and extraordinary ability to have that intuitive, I guess you could say intuitiveness, that, curiosity about how things work. And I can identify with that with you as well, because you make some things that's, like you said, straight out of the head. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need to have no sample or an example. You can just think of something real quick, and then you probably jot it down and you start working on it. Right. And for me, same kind of thing. I can pretty much look at something and make it. You know what I mean? I don't need to read the instructions. I don't need to see I can just look at it and say, I can make that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of how my brain works. But I am so proud of you and all of those things that you've been making and doing over there. Catta's made at least two of my hats. Two. Yeah. I got a top hat, and a cowgirl hat that you made me, and they're both really, really nice. So I appreciate that, brother. Yeah.
Oh, you quite, and that's the ultimate joy of seeing like something that you created. Either like the draft is over now, and it was glimpse of my product all over the draft, and it was great to see.
That cat head is so illustrious. It was all over there. Yeah. I mean, I've seen a lot of people with those on.
So I mean, that's a blessing. I just sit back. I don't be boastful about it, because the idea is given to me through my creator. So I always make sure that I give that back to him. So I don't keep none of it to myself. I like to see it. Of course, I don't hold on it to like, yeah, look what I done. No, look what he done through me. That's how I like to think of it.
Right.
Yeah. But I'm gonna start something new this year. This will be year 13 of me being Mad Catta, and I've enjoyed every step of my journey growing within my persona. So year 13 will be actually next month.
Next
May
month.
10th.
Congratulations.
May 10th is when I first started Mad Cattle back in 2014. And this year I'm doing like a on the spot interview type of deal. Lapel mic and all that good stuff, and just do interviews.
Keeping it real, 100% with no filter there, Mad Cattle.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you this: a lady, I'm not gonna give her name, but she stays out in Colorado, and she came across my messenger and said, "Hey, look, man, that video you did. This been some years ago now. It's been years ago." She said that video you did, I enjoyed it because I want to be there and I can't. So by you doing video and showing footage of what's going on at the stadium and around the stadium, it makes me feel like I'm there. I feel like I'm there by you posting videos and whatever you're doing. So this year I'm gonna be doing many interviews at tailgates, inside the stadium, outside the stadium. Whenever my mind clicked towards interviewing, I'm gonna do it.
That's gonna be real electric. We cannot wait to see that. Cannot wait for you to be interviewing different people and getting that footage. How can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Facebook as I'm also on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. We don't really do a whole lot of Snapchat, but mainly it's Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. You can find me at Mad Cattle. Just type in Mad Cattle, MADCATTAH, and you will find me somewhere.
You will find the famous Mad Cattle on all those social media handles, guys and girls. Please go follow the Mad Cattle. Don't want to miss out on any of that footage reporting at the games, at the training practices, at the OTAs, whatever, and fest, all of those things coming up. You don't want to miss any of that. You want to see what he's doing behind the scenes, working on his creating the things that are in the top and the glasses and with all the things that he makes. And I think I do have a video of that 2014 video. I think I have that. I think I'm going to show that.
Wow, that's archives. Yeah, way
back. Mind if we show that?
I don't mind.
Not right now, but we're going to show it eventually.
Yeah.
When we run the replay a little bit later on, we're going to play that video from 2014 where I think you said that you had created this like contest, and that was the first time that you had dressed up.
No. So look, how that worked was the costume I was working on coming off the 2013 season. The 2013 season, we wound up losing to the 49ers at home at Bank of America in the wild card. And I was so excited about the energy that was being pumped back into our fan base, to where I had told my mentor at the time, Catman, the original Catman, that I was going to do a costume. I didn't give him all my details of what I wanted to do because I wasn't quite sure yet. But what I did was I went after the season and put together a costume. And lo and behold, the following year, 2014, when they had the draft party, they had it at Hickory Tavern down in Charlotte. And they had the first annual Panther Pride costume contest. This was back in 2014. And I said, you know what? That's crazy, because I already have a costume that I was going to wear there anyway, just to have fun, not knowing it was going to be a contest. And of course, I went to the side, the contest and everything. I did the contest and I came out. I beat 5 people out as far as top costume that time, and it's been history ever since. History ever since, guys and girls.
So it's the famous Mad Cattle.
It's crazy because back in 2014, they had the first annual Panther Pride costume contest sponsored by the Panthers, and they never had one since then. So to me, it was like maybe that was my intro to doing what I do now. That was my gateway in.
It's your calling.
That's right.
You were born to do this, Mad Cattle.
I definitely believe that, Pink. I really do believe that. So I'm going to rock it till the wheels fall off, right?
There you go. Rock it and roll it until the wheels fall off. Before we go, what are your last words to our crowd? Thank you, all of you out there in Facebook land, social media land, all the people who jumped in the comments. We appreciate you. We appreciate all the viewers. Any last words before we close for tonight? Superfan Thursday, B.
Yeah, let's keep going with this. I mean, you got the Mad Cat on here. Who are you gonna have next? Who are we gonna have next? Pink. Who are we gonna have next? Who are you gonna try to get next?
Probably Cool J. Gonna have him. Gonna have Blaze. These are Carolina Superfans United, the Carolina Showstopper. Gonna also have Lachelle on as well, and a couple of other people. So I'm hoping that we're gonna start our getting busy with these live shows, because you know how we love them.
Mm-hmm.
And Pink, you know, just to let you know, Pink, I think this is like your calling. This is you, and I'm thankful that you found something that you really enjoy doing and your passion, because to me that means a whole lot to be able to do what you do. I couldn't do it. I just don't know if I got it in me to do it. I do enough as far as creating in my mind, going towards that, but you got it going on. I say keep pressing on, keep doing your thing. It looks good on you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
My mentor, the famous Mad Catter, thank you so much for joining us, brother. We are so appreciative of you. We look forward to all the things that you're going to bring forward this season, and we hope that you have a great season. You and I with the Panthers and all the other Panthers fans, keep pounding, brother. Do take good care of yourself. B, thank you for being on the ones and twos.
Appreciate y'all time.
Thursday.
Yes. Yep. And Thursday, I would say keep pounding, everybody. Let's do what we do. Let's start this season off right. Get your butt in them seats at that stadium and let's cheer on our Carolina Panthers to the end.
Keep pounding, baby. Keep pounding.
And let's go.
Let's go.
All right.